Hey guys, we're back here in our video. Today we will be talking about the history of Magic Kingdom for September 2024's history video for this month. So let's get this video started. Magic Kingdom is a theme park at the Walt Disney World Resort in Bay Lake, Florida. It opened on October 1st, 1971, and it was owned and operated by the Walt Disney Company through its Experience division. The official park name has changed slightly all over the years. The Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom 1971 to 1994 and the Magic Kingdom from 1994 to 2017. The park was internalized by Walt Disney and designed by Wynn Enterprises. The park layout and attractions were based on design in Anaheim, California, and are dedicated to fairy tales and Disney characters. The park icon is Cinderella Castle, inspired by the fairy tale castle featured in the 1950 animation film. In 2023, the park hosted 17.72 million visitors, making it the most visited theme park in the world for the 17th consecutive year and the most visited theme park in North America. For the past 23 years, the park has seen a cultural touch-up of simple of modern American pop culture. History portion. Walt Disney was highly involved in planning the Walt Disney World Resort Complex and Park, coming to Florida to survey the land, meeting with local officials, and announcing the project to the media. But he died in 1966 before he could see his vision. After Walt's death, his brother Roy Disney took over the project. Walt Disney Productions began construction on Magic Kingdom and the entire resort in 1967. The park was built as a larger, improved version of design in California. Magic Kingdom was built over a series of tunnels called undercores and portum of utility and quarter, allowing employees called cast members or VIP guests to move through the park out of sight. Because the Florida High modern table, the tunnel could not be underground. So were built at an existing grade, meaning the park is built on the second story, giving the Magic Kingdom an elevation of 108 feet, 33 meters. The area around the utilities was filled with dirt removed from the Seven Seas Lagoon, which was being constructed at the time. The utilities were built in the intentional construction and were extended as the park expanded. The tunnels were intended to be designed into all Walt Disney World parks, but were set aside mostly because of financial constraints. Open and operation. Magic Kingdom opened as the first part of the Walt Disney World Resort on October 1st, 1971, commercially currently with Disney's Contemporary Resort and Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. It opened with 23 attractions, 3 unique to the park, 20 replicas of attractions at Disneyland, split into 6 theme lands, 5 copies of those at Disneyland Main Street, USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland, and a Magic Kingdom exclusive of Liberty Square rather than Disneyland's New Orleans Square. The Walt Disney Company promised to increase this number with the combination of replicas and unique attraction. While there is no official dedication to Magic Kingdom to definition the dedication, by Roy O. Disney for the entire resort was pleaded within his gates. The only land added to original roster of lands in the park was Mickey's Toontown Fair. The land originally opened in 1988 as Mickey's Birthday Land. To celebrate Mickey's Mouse 60th anniversary, later the land was renovated as this Mickey's Star Land and eventually into Mickey's Toontown Fair. The land was home to attractions such as Mickey's Country House, Minnie's Country House, the Barnstormer at Goofy's Razzle Farm, and Donald's Boat. It closed on February 12, 2011 to make way for the expansion of Fantasyland. The Walt Disney World Railroad Station in Mickey's Town Fair, which opened with Mickey's Birthday Land in 1988, was closed for the duration of the construction. In 2012, the space where Mickey's Toontown sat reopened as part of Fantasyland in a subsection called Storybook Circus, where an updated Dumbo the Flying Elephant attraction was relocated, and the Barnstormer was retained and rethemed to the Great Gooferini. Since Magic Kingdom opening day, Magic Kingdom has been closed temporarily because of 8 hurricanes: Floyd, Charlie, Francis, Gina, Wilma, Matthew, Ermin, and Ian. The first non-hurricane related day the park was closed is on September 11, 2001, which is tomorrow when you guys are seeing this video. Walt Disney World was closed from March 15, 2020 to July 11, 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, there were 4 phases of park closure. When Magic Kingdom exceed capacity ranging from restricted access for most guests, phase 1 to full closure for everyone, even cast members. Magic Kingdom was often used as a nickname for Disneyland before Walt Disney World was built. The official tagline for Disneyland is the most happiest place on earth, while the tagline for Magic Kingdom is the most magical place on earth. Up until the early 1990s, Magic Kingdom was officially known as Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom and was never printed without the Walt Disney World prefix. This proposed to differentiated between the park and Disneyland in California in 1994 to differentiate it from Disneyland. The park was officially renamed to Magic Kingdom. Alcoholic beverages has been prohibited from the park since its opening, but this policy had gradually changed in 2012. The BR Guest Restaurant opened selling wine and beer for the first time. This was the only place in the park that where alcohol was permitted until December of 2014, when 4 additional restaurants began selling beer and wine, including Cinderella's Royal Table, Liberty Square, Tree Tavern, Tony's Town Square Restaurant, and the Jungle Navigation Cove. Skipper Canteen. And finally in 2018, the park officially became the second Magic Kingdom style park to serve alcohol at all table service restaurants after Disneyland Paris in 1993. In early 2024, a Disney executive confirmed that the park will expand with the addition of 12 to 14 acres, which we now know what it is, Cars Land and Villains Land. Park layout and attractions. Magic Kingdom is divided into 6 theme lands. The center of the park in front of Cinderella's castle is designed like a wheel with a hub and spoke design. Pathways spoke out from the hub. The 107 acres of land of the park had led to these 6 lands. The Walt Disney World Railroad circles around the 1.5 mile, 2.4 kilometers perimeter of the park. Main Street USA is modeled after an idolized early 20th century American town inspired by Walt Disney's hometown of Marceline, Missouri. Main Street features a train station, town square, movie theater, city hall, firehouse, restaurants, emporium, shops, and arcades, and several varieties of house, drown, and motorized power vehicles. Guests enter the park underneath the main station of the Walt Disney World Railroad and into the town square at the far end of Main Street USA in the park's hub, anchored by Cinderella Castle and a partner statue. Simply Main Street USA, the park's opening credits where the guests pass under the train station at left or right, then view of the keys personal along the windows of the building's upper floors, and many windows bear the name of the fictional business, such as Seven Expeditions, Rake G. Wells, president, with each representing a tribute to significant people connected to the Disney Company and the development of the Walt Disney World Resort. It features stylists influence from around the country, taking its inspirational form New England to Missouri. This design is most noticeable in the four corners in the middle of Main Street, where each of the four corner building represents a different architectural style. The second and third stories of all buildings Main Street are designed with forced perspective and are actually shorter than the first stories. The music sound track played at entrance include musical selections from the 1943 Broadway musical Oklahoma and the 1957 musical Music Demands the Dapper Dans, a man's singing group typically performed throughout Main Street. Adventureland. Adventureland represents the mystery of exploring exotic lands and several attractions deemed to the reminiscent the remote landscapes of Africa, Asia, the Middle East, South America, the Caribbean, and the South Pacific. Jungle Cruise is a common river boat cruise attraction that travels along wild waterways around the world. Pirates of the Caribbean is a dark ride dedicated to explorers and plundering of a pirate stage of the Caribbean. Island Town featuring several characters from the subject economics film series. Walt Disney's The Changing Room is a Polynesian musical audio animatronic show drawing from the American tiki culture in the Sunhouse Pavilion. Swiss Family Treehouse is an interactive walkthrough treehouse attraction based on the 1960 film Swiss Family Robinson. The Magic Carpets of Aladdin is a aerial carousel style ride based on the 1992 Aladdin. Frontierland is a Romanation portrait of the American frontier, particularly elements from the American Old West, including cowboys, Native Americans, and Western saloons. Big Thunder Mountain is a mine train coaster featuring a rolling mine train through the mine shafts and canyons of American Southwest. Tiana's Mighty Adventure is a long flow ride used to be Splash Mountain ride inspired by the 2009 Princess and the Frog. Tom Sawyer's Island is inspired by the literacy characters of stories of Mark Twain, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, featuring interactive trails and scenic outlooks surrounding Tom Sawyer's Island is the Rivers of America, an artificial walkway based on untamed rivers found across the United States that flow through Frontierland and Liberty Square. Travels through the Rivers of America is the Liberty Bell attraction, a steam powered riverboat deep to the 19th century stern wheeler. Other attractions included is the Country Bear Musical Jamboree in the Christie Hall Theater. Liberty Square is inspired by a colonial American town set in the American Revolutionary War. The land contains regulations and replicas in Philadelphia and Boston as the Independence Hall, the Liberty Tree, and the Liberty Bell. The Hall of Presidents is a film and stage show themed to the American presidency and featuring all 45 American presidents. That there were 45 presidents, but one did repeat, so that's why it's considered 45 presidents in audio animatronic film. Tucked away in this located corner of Liberty Square is the Haunted Mansion, a dark ride omni mover attraction themed to a haunted New England miner. The Liberty Bell River boat docks is located on the source of Liberty Square. Fantasyland is a theme to Disney animation fairy tale feature films adapted in a medieval fair style. Fantasyland featured multiple attractions featuring various Disney characters and stories, including Peter Pan's Flight, It's a Small World, Making Smaller Magic in the Fantasyland Theater, Mad Tea Party, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and Prince Charming Regal Carousel. Outside of the castle courtyard is Fantasyland Forest, featuring attractions based on other Disney princess films and heroes. Seven Dwarfs are changed by roller coaster based on the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The Little Mermaid is a dark ride audio mover based on The Little Mermaid. Be Our Guest is a themed restaurant with character dining themed to Beast's Castle in Beauty of the Beast. Enchanted Tales from Belle and Ariel's a Grotto. Storybook Circus is a subsection of Fantasyland themed to a traveling circus stopping along a railroad route just outside of Fantasyland Forest. The land's marquee attraction including Dumbo the Water Elephant, aerial carousel style ride based on the 1941 Dumbo. The Barnstormer, a family roller coaster featuring Goofy as the Daredevil stuntman and Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak Train. Originally, Storybook Circus was the location of Mickey's Toontown Fair, which closed permanently on February 11, 2011. Some elements of Mickey's Towns were demolished and others were rethemed to fit the circus concept. An expanded Dumbo attraction was built. with an interactive queue, and a second double ride was built next to it in order to increase capacity. The Barnstormer at Goofy's farm was renamed to Great Goofini. A big top area was built for meet and greets called Pete Silly's Sideshow. This attraction features Goofy as a stuntman, Daisy as a fortune teller, Donald as a snake charmer, Minnie Mouse as a magician, and Bluto as the special performer. Starbucks servers opened with street Mercer circus act called the Giggle Gang, which had a 2-year run from 2012 until 2014. Tomorrowland is the theme section of a concept of the future inspired by optimism, scientific advancements of the space age, atomic age. Several attractions include Astro Orbiter, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Tomorrowland Speedway, The People Mover, and Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Expect for Stitch Alien encounter character greetings as the meet and greet location. A pair of Thrill roller coasters are located on the western edge side of Tomorrowland, spaced out the D2 space exploration through the Cameos and Tronline Cycle Run based on the digital software world of the grid up from Tron. Transportation to center. Magic Kingdom lies more than a mile away from its parking lot on the opposite side of the man-made Seven Seas Lagoon. Upon arrival, guests are taken by the parking lot transition TTC, which sells admission into the parks and provides transportation connection throughout the resort complex. Guests using City Bus, non-Disney hotel shuttles, or ride-sharing services are also dropped off at TTC. To travel between the TTC and the Magic Kingdom, guests have the choice of taking the ferry boat or the Walt Disney World monorail system. The 3 ferries are Clyde in different trim colors, are the name from past Disney executives. The General Joe Potter, which is blue, the Richard F. Irvin red, and the Amir Joe Fall are green. The main monorail loop has 2 tracks. The outer track is used by the express line, which directs service between the TTC and the Magic Kingdom, while the inner track is a resort line with additional stops at the Contemporary, Grand Floridian, and Polynesian Village resorts. Epcot is also accessible from the TTC on a spur monorail line. Was added upon the park's opening in 1982. The hotels in the Magic Kingdom area are connected to the park by walking pathways, ferry boats, or the Walt Disney World monorail system. Disney owns hotels in other resort areas that Disney transportation buses to the Magic Kingdom, but these do not serve the TTC. Instead, they operate from 3 bus loops directly adjacent to the park's main gates. The events they have every year is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, After Hours event, and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Well, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed some pictures of my video. If you guys did, make sure to like down below, subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications so you guys never miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.